Hello everyone and welcome to Don't Be Bored. You might recently have seen the games that I recommend for UK Games Expo or even my tips video, but these are games that I've not played but I am excited to play at UKGE 2025. So this list is in no particular order, but Battle of Hoth is the game that I am most excited for at UK Games Expo. I'm expecting this to be in the UK Game Expo Asmodee preview area because this is the first time that it's going to be like shown off. And it is basically Memoir 44 rethemed into Star Wars. For me, that is a no-brainer. I've recently really been enjoying Memoir 44 and playing that back and forth, rolling the dice, playing the cards and just enjoying it. And it's Star Wars. I mean, to me, it should be a fantastic game. I'm not entirely sure the little changes. It looks maybe a touch more asymmetrical between the two sides. I like that. The map will be a bit smaller. I'm not entirely sure I love that, but it should mean that the playtime is kept down, so I maybe love that. I'm just excited to play Battle of Hoth for the first time, because it really should be, or could be, a fantastic game for me. So excited for that. It wouldn't be a convention video of mine if there wasn't a Sashi and Sashi game on there. And this time it is Bus and Stop that I'm excited to try. There are some other games that it looks like they're going to be showing, but I think this one, even though it did come out, I think, at Spiel last year, this is the one that grabbing me the most. I've certainly liked a number of their other games. They always seem to have just that small little twist, that quirk. I think Newsboys, for instance, was the flip and roll and write game from a few years ago, or a couple of years ago. And, well, Bus and Stop looks like the sort of good set collection that some of their games have, and I'm just excited to give this one a go. They will also be showing off their newer title, The Great Evening Banquet. It doesn't grab me quite as much as Bus and Stop though. Over the years, Lucky Duck Games has certainly been producing some stunning looking games, and Critter Kitchen is no different. This certainly has vibes of Flamecraft, so I want to see if Critter Kitchen can, well, take that, run with that, more of the same, because it sounds similar-ish. It looks similar-ish as well, but I think that's just the art style they've used. But I like worker placement style games, and that seems to be this sort of thing Flamecraft and Critter Kitchen have in common, where you are going to be going to locations to trigger things in, well, good worker placement gameplay. From what I can ascertain, you're going to be sending your chefs out each round to collect ingredients and, well, best use those ingredients to churn you out some points. It doesn't hurt that the game has a playtime of only 60 minutes. Well, I don't have endless time anymore to play board games, so something that fits in an hour, well, I certainly can get on board with that, so I want to try this one to know if I should add it to the collection. While it might not be getting the buzz of some of the other titles en route, a stroll and write game is certainly one that I'm interested in. A short playtime, a good variety number of players, which most roll and writes seem to do quite well, but I like the way this one looks. I like the way you are sort of drawing little routes and strolling around the map to try and score points. I love a good roll and write. I certainly have a number of them in the collection, and one that does something slightly different, which this one seems like it might do with that sort of map that you're wandering around. I think this could be an interesting one. It's certainly one I want to get eyes on and hopefully play. The twist is interesting because the cards aren't necessarily flipped randomly from what I can ascertain. It sounds like the active player chooses something and then the other players will sort of almost do a follow sort of choice. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I like the way that they are trying to do something a little different, and I'm on board for that. So this is a game that I want to, well, I'll be en route to seeing at UK Games Expo. If you hadn't guessed already, I'm a fan of two-player only games, and that's because me and my wife can play that of an evening, or a friend comes round, I can play that one-on-one and we can have a good experience. And, well, Operation Barclay looks like it could be a really intriguing two-player game. It's based on the real-life Operation Barclay, basically, where are the Allies going to strike next in World War II? And, well, I think that could be a really interesting sort of topic for a game, and it certainly looks like it's got a lot of things going for it. The game's driven by the cards in your hand, and it sounds almost pokerish in terms of you're using them in certain ways, certain sets or runs almost of these icons to actually be able to win evidence tokens. And of course, being all based on this military operation of intelligence, are you giving away or gaining some of that intelligence and therefore claiming and putting tokens down onto the board? I just like the idea. I really liked Watergate, which was about a political scandal and this push and pull between two players then. And I think this could be not that similar, but it's got that sort of historical significance in there. And this two-playerness, I'm definitely interested by this one, so I've got to check it out. Last but not least is the biggest game on this list, Transgalactica. It's kind of, but also not, but also is part of the T-series. So it's from the designer that did Teotihuacan, Zolk'an, those sort of games. So they're big, they've got tracks, they're full-on Euro games. This one looks very different though. Gone is like old Aztec, Mayan, sort of that look. And wow, bold colours, space, as you are, from the looks of things, going out across the planets. One track doing resources, one like different tracks doing different things. Not in like a 4X space opera style game, but in a Euro sense. You've got these tracks that you are going up, very much interlinked. You know, you're going to go up on this one that helps you to go up on that one, generating resources, all that sort of goodness. I think the look of this one captures me, and I like a number of the T-series games. They are definitely not light, and I do sometimes skew more towards medium and light games, but every now and again I like something that's got a little bit extra brain burniness. Probably not one to demo at the convention in the afternoon, maybe first thing in the morning when your brain's a little bit fresher, but I think this one looks really nice, so I'm going to be definitely wanting to check out Transgalactica. But those are the games I need to see at UK Games Expo. Yeah, there's more that I want to see, and I'll probably get around to doing a list for that as well. There's also a list of games I can recommend you go and check out already on the channel. Please check that out. These are the games that I've already had a chance to play, maybe a preview copy of, a prototype, or I've already reviewed on the channel, and they're games I can say, yeah, they're at UK Games Expo. Go and give those a go. There's also a tips video, so if it's your first time, or maybe not your 100th time, there's some tips there specifically for UK Games Expo, so there's a video for that as well. Well, that's me done for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed, hopefully you've heard about some games that either you didn't know or maybe you're now excited for. Either way, let me know in the comments section below, and until next time, have a wonderful UK Games Expo.